Okay, we're live.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So we are currently, it's the beginning of week two, end of week one, and we're just going to give a cast assessment basically about what happened in the first week of the game. So just to recap, Vicky, so it was partners, and everyone was partnered up, and Vicky won HOH, which made Veronica safe. She nominated the duos of Kayla with a C and Julian, and Medha and Jonah. And then Medha won the veto and saved her and Jonah. And then Kayla and Julian were final nominees, and Julian was evicted 15-0. Which also I might note is the first time we've ever had a first boot go like straight up unanimously. We've had like a few people throw votes every time, but like
That's
this is the
crazy.
first time it happened. Yeah, which is nuts. Um, I don't know. I think like it was kind of a boring week, I
hmm
guess, because like it was kind of obvious that whoever was partnered with Julian would go up and probably go home. I think had the veto been used on Kayla and Julian, then it would have been really interesting to see what would happen. But he was kind of the one person who wasn't active at all. And so it's kind of like I think fair what happened. I think it's kind of like what happened and now they can kind of move on because even the least active people are still on every day talking to people and like playing the
Yeah.
game at least.
Honestly, it seemed like he was on, but he just didn't message anybody. You know what I mean? Like he would talk in the
Yeah.
house chat, but it just didn't seem like he was like trying to make connections. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's definitely why
I think
he fell.
honestly, like, because he has a reputation of going early, but I think he actually, like, relative to his other games, was trying. But, like,
hmm
this game was just so demanded so much more that it just
Yeah,
wasn't,
that he wasn't
didn't
ready
work.
for or
Um,
couldn't do.
yeah. What?
I said that like it demanded so much that he wasn't ready for or couldn't do.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Um, I guess, I guess we always used to go through and say, like, what we thought of the HOH's week. I thought Vicky did like I mean, first of all, it's cracked that she won HOH because I guess I shouldn't say that the week was boring because Vicky was one of the only like three people who came into this game never having played an org, like not knowing anyone, like a fresh face, and she wins power, so she got to kind of like control the game and let the game start from a place of like whatever happened in this game will determine what happens week one, which I really
hmm
liked. Um I thought she did a pretty good job. The only thing is, like, obviously the Kayla with the C and Julian nom was an easy nom that anyone would have done. I think it was difficult for her to choose a second pair because, in her own words, there's always one you don't like.
Oh,
um,
she really snapped with that one now.
yeah, and I think it worked out. I don't think Jonah or Medha are like super anti Vicky. I think they got the message that like she was hoping that they would get vetoed.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I think the thing is like it's definitely an odd like choice that she did because it wasn't the most obvious. Like I don't think anyone else would have nominated them, but like since she
hmm
literally straight up knows nobody, that it was like an obvious choice for her. Because you know what I mean? Because it's like kind of obvious that
Yeah.
like Jonah has some friends in this game, so like other people wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I think it was refreshing to see someone kind of come into the game and just like do whatever based off of the game.
Yeah,
Uh, I think it was
really
smart of
nice.
her not to put up Dylan and Noah
Oh, for
because,
sure. Someone else is just
it,
gonna go at them.
yeah, someone let someone else do it. Like now she has a good relationship with them, so if it gets to the point, which I'm pretty sure pretty soon, someone's gonna go after them, and then two sides are gonna form, and that's kind of what's gonna happen. And I think she positioned herself in a way where like the people like those clue people aren't necessarily after her like
Mm-hmm.
super hard and like she kind of emerged with no blood really. I mean,
Yeah.
Kayla with the C can't be mad at her because like she survived unanimously, so
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know, I think it was pretty good for someone who had never played the game before.
Yeah, and I think it was definitely like accidental that it was like super good. So
Oh yeah.
I think she just got lucky that like
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we don't really see much into her mindset, but it was interesting how, like, because her and Veronica have an alliance chat, and Veronica was trying to push her agenda, and Vicky was kind of like, I'm not doing that. Like, she
yeah.
kind of showed that she's going to play her own game, you know?
Mhm.
Which I think is good because I was worried that, like, she was just kind of do Veronica's bidding, you know?
Mhm.
And so she kind of got the chance to, like, establish herself, I guess.
Yeah, which is really nice to see. I'm glad. Like I hope in the upcoming weeks that like she like stays pretty active and like goes off with like other
Yeah, she
alliances like without Veronica.
Yeah, I fear that she's not doing a good enough job, like blending in with other people and like mixing, but who knows?
Mhm.
um, so I guess what else is there? I mean, honestly, like the eviction vote, I think it was smart for everyone to vote out Julian. I don't think I mean, someone could have thrown a vote for Paranoia, but I don't think it was in anyone particular's like best interest to do that. You know, I
Yeah.
think everyone just wanted to like there was no reason to flip for him, you know.
Mhm. Exactly. So yeah, I think it. I mean like I don't really think it would have made a big like a difference because it kind of just would have been like oh someone's like voting the minority just to like be funny.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. I guess we'll have to see what happens because it kind of like gives me BB16 energy where every week of the pre-jury was like unanimous or next to unanimous. So it'll be interesting to see, I guess, these next few weeks if people, because I feel like the big house targets are going to be like Kayla with a K, Kiki Q, eventually Noah, maybe Dylan. And so I think if they're up against each other, it could be interesting to see people choose between the two. But I
Mhm.
think if they ever go up against the pawn, we could see like over and over like unanimous votes like this, you know?
Well, honestly, well, I feel like Kiki Q and Kayla are like pretty good. And so, like, obviously, if like Kiki Q was nominated, I think Kayla would save her no matter what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like, but I feel like it would be interesting to see like two of them next to each other to see who would go.
Yeah. No, I think honestly though, like compared to Almia or other newbie seasons, like everyone there's different levels of players, but you're always gonna have different like skill level of player, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I think activity wise, everyone left in the game is like playing the game. Like we don't have like an Annabelle or like a Korean or the list goes on and on. We don't have someone who's just kind of like there.
Yeah.
Like everyone else is like talking to people, like in alliances, like trying to find their way through the game, which is interesting.
Yeah, I think it's super fun, and I think it could, like I don't know. I feel like a lot of these people have the same personality, and I just
Oh
think
yeah.
that like all like it's so obvious of like who's gonna be on which side. I think it's just gonna be
Yeah.
fun to
I
see
mean
who's gonna like try to play the middle.
I mean I could tell you right now, like the sides is gonna be like Kayla, the Kiki Kayla with the K, Kayla with the C, the two Kikis, probably Noah and Dylan, versus like back Cheatham, Jonah
Yeah.
Jones, Veronica,
Mhm.
Mackenzie, Jules, Mandos. And then
Yeah.
like Medha is gonna be in the middle. And
Yeah.
Vicky. Like if once something happens, like if like someone who's strong on one of those sides and feels confident, like because what I feel like is gonna happen in the next few weeks is someone from like who's played a lot of orgs, like is very confident in their gameplay, is gonna win HOH and they're gonna just straight up put like Noah or Dylan up and then the shit's gonna hit the fan.
Mhm. I'm excited for that because I feel like, well, did we say who's in the lead for HOH
Oh
right
yeah,
now?
so currently right now it's like HOH results for week 2 and Mackenzie's in the lead. There's still a few more people to do it, but she's in the lead by a lot. So I don't I guess we'll talk next week what she would do, but what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say I don't know what Mackenzie's gonna do, but I don't think she's gonna like make a big move by putting up like Noah
No.
and
I feel like it'll be people who are
Yeah.
like more like less active, like not rock the boat, which is probably smart for her,
Yeah,
but
which is
like
very smart.
we'll see what she does if she
Yeah.
wins.
But I think if it was something like, I don't know, I want to see like drama. Like I want to see like two people nominated that are gonna like go crazy.
I mean, I think too though, like last week when Vicky made her nominations, it's like Jonah did go kind of crazy, like in alliance shots and in like DR and probably in PMs. But I think it's easier when there's four people nominated, like you have a really strong chance of coming down. No one's gonna get mad during a pairs week because
Mhm.
there's such a high chance that you come off the block, especially if you're in like the more liked pair.
Mhm.
Versus now it's like she's putting two people up, like you have to get veto used on you, you know, like
Yeah.
or whoever wins. Like people are gonna be mad because it's more of a normal format and there's
Yeah,
less
it's definitely more
less.
personal as well.
Yeah, because you can't say like Vicky did. Oh, I like one but not the other. With this, it's like you're going up because I don't like you. So,
Yeah. So
and
it'll
there's
be
not
fun.
really. I mean, the only people I guess who it seems like aren't talking to everyone is like maybe. Well, I feel like after last week, Vicky's talking to everyone. Maybe
Mhm.
like Kiki M and Kayla with the C. Like,
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like Kiki M's just like around, but she's not like always around.
yeah. Well, I mean,
And
she's starting alliances like with
yeah.
Jones. Like she started that alliance and didn't tell them clearly.
Yeah, and then so everyone was like, who started it? But it's a mystery. But I think it'll be so funny if she gets nominated. I think she would pop off. Like, I don't think she would, like, just, like, take it. Even though she's, like, the one of the least active people here.
Yeah. No, I think she'll snap. And I also don't think that she's like one of the next people to go. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
I
she
don't think
has a
so
few
either.
weeks in her.
Yeah, I think so. I think she's fun, and if people, like, I don't know, like, I get her as a number, I think people will keep her around, like,
Yeah.
see her as, like, a side person.
Yeah, I'm surprised that no one invited Vicky to any alliances during her HOH week. Like that's kind of
Yeah.
weird. Like she obviously has her one with Veronica, but it's like I would have if I was I guess people didn't want to come across as fake, but like I would have at least tried to rope her into something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll see this week because I would totally do it like the following week after if she kept me safe. Like I would totally like try to
Yeah.
include her in an alliance. But I guess we'll see. Maybe she's just like,
Because she's a wild her and Kayla
mm-hmm.
with the C are like the reason why I keep talking about her and Kayla with the C is because they're completely new and so like they're wild cards. You don't know what they're gonna do. They don't have to like work with people because they're friends with them. They can just like do whatever in the game, which is
Yeah,
really cool. It kind of reminds me of like when Kate played. And it's like she doesn't know anyone, so like they can kind of they don't have to worry like, oh well my friends be mad if I target this person, like I played a game with this person, you know?
mm-hmm. Yeah, I would be so like interested to see what Kayla with the C would do because she's in so many alliances.
Yeah.
She's like playing everybody, and like
Yeah,
she
she's
like
in
pops. I feel like she pops on and makes an alliance and then leaves, and then we'll like message her alliance. All the alliances the same thing when she
yeah.
pops on.
Like, but I think too, like, it goes to show that when you play a game, you don't have to be on 24/7. Because,
Mhm.
like, this last eviction, she was online maybe for like an hour. Like,
Yeah.
and she talked to people, but she had the connections. Like, it only matters what you do in the beginning, like the
Mhm.
first few days. Because once you have those connections, you're set for a little bit. Like, all she had to do was get online and be like, hey guys, please save me.
Yeah, exactly. And then
And she
she
stayed
would.
unanimously.
Yeah,
Like,
that's insane. And
and
it
she didn't have to campaign.
Yeah, and like Julian was saying that like he got evicted to someone who didn't even log on. But it was like obviously clearly that's not the case because if he was campaigning and Kayla was like completely like never been seen, then like he probably would have stayed. So it's just like I don't know, I just don't really
Yeah.
think people see that she's like making a bunch of alliances and like having these ties with people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think honestly, if she lays low and like the only thing about her is that now that she's been nominated once, when people are kind of like looking for people to
Mhm.
nominate, they could be like, "Oh, well, Vicky already put her up."
Yeah, that
Like,
is true.
I feel like either that's going to happen where she's just going to keep going up and like whatever, and she'll be a pawn,
Yeah, I can also see that
or
happening with Medha, like keeping a
yeah.
pawn
Oh
and
my
going
god,
up.
I see Madha going up a lot. But I'm shook. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. I was shook that she won veto. Like,
No,
good for
she
her.
really snapped. I
Like
was
she snapped.
like she was the last one to compete. Like we all thought Beck was winning, and then she came on and she did a
Yeah,
great job saving herself. And then I'm sure that doing that, like she got so much trust with Jonah, and I'm sure
yeah,
like
and I
her and
think
Jonah are
she
super
kind of
close now.
like because she's younger, so she kind of like proved herself in the game that she's not just like some little troll who like pops in and like sends funny things. Like
Yeah.
she's gonna play the game. Like if you put her up, she's gonna try to win veto and save herself. Like she's someone to actually like be concerned about in the game,
Mhm. Yeah,
which
and
I think is really cool.
I really appreciate that. I think it would be super fun to see how far she can go by doing
Yeah,
that.
I
Cause
mean, I thought
yeah.
she was gonna go really early, but now, like, that's. I think I was wrong. I think she has a lot in her.
Mhm.
Like,
Like she's
to
pretty good
do
at
really well.
comps. Like she like
Yeah,
got almost double what second place did.
yeah. Like she snapped.
Mhm.
Um, and I guess the other thing too, the other person who's just like really like doing well, I think is Veronica.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
as much as I hate to say it, like everyone loves her. Like she shouldn't try to win HOH ever. Like she
Mhm.
is set to do what she does most of the time when she used to play games, which is like she becomes best friends with everyone and then just kind of like floats.
Yeah, and then like let everyone cut each other, and then
But
we'll
like the
like
good type of float, like
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Quillen float, not like but like I feel like that's what she could do, but I don't know if that's what she's going to do.
Yeah, I don't know. Because
Because with this class, I feel like you could accidentally win a comp very easily.
oh, for sure. Like honestly, like I feel like it was not hard to win that POV. Like if you really, really tried, like it was not hard to win because all the scores were so low. Out of 10 people, they were all so low. But
Yeah,
yeah, like it wasn't. I think
yeah,
definitely know she's good at comps, and like I think that like if she just like submits a score and it's like a bunch of people that are like either throwing or not that good at comps,
yeah.
then like she's gonna win.
I could see her definitely accidentally winning a comp. Um, yeah, I don't know. Noah's the person who I don't. It's kind of like a big question mark for me right now because I feel like he's on a lot of people's nerves. Like they want to get him out, but I don't know if anyone. It's kind of like Sarah G, where it's like
Yeah.
everyone low key wants him out, but I don't think it's gonna be messy to do it, and it's gonna take someone who's just like really confident in their position in the game, like Randy was last season, to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. You know?
Yeah. But honestly, I honestly think that there's a lot of people that are probably confident enough to do it.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, he's like, I don't know, I don't think that there's like one person. Maybe there's like one or two people that are not like, he's so annoying. You know what I mean? Or like
Yeah,
getting
and
on
I
his
think once he's
nerves.
cornered, it'll be even worse. Like I feel
Yeah.
like he's just gonna like explode and
Yeah, I
go.
think he's
And I
gonna
feel like
freak
that's
out.
what's going to happen. Like, because I feel like week 4, like is just like a cursed week in this series. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the week Dante snapped. That's the week Jellamina walked. Like crack shit. Oh, it's Slade walked week 4. Like I just think that week 4 is his time
Yeah.
to like get cornered and snap.
Yeah, honestly, I for sure see that.
Think week 4 was when Eve. Yeah, week 4 was when Eve walked. So I think honestly, like that's that's his time. Like,
Yeah. I think, I don't know. If I were him, I would just try to, I guess he just doesn't, he's not aware of it. So, like, he can't really, like, stop it. But if I was him, I would just, like, chill out for, like, a second.
yeah, because I think he's just coming across as a bit much.
Yeah, and I don't know. I
Yeah.
just don't think that he fits in well with this crowd.
So yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens week 2. I think it's either going to be a week where like they put up Kayla with a C and like someone else, and it's just kind of like meh, or it's going to be cracked. Like we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
But
Or I
yeah.
could honestly see them. Like, I feel like this is gonna be a week where it's gonna be Caleb with the K and Kiki Q. And
Oh.
then it's just gonna, like, Kiki Q's gonna freak out.
Oh no.
But we'll
Yeah.
see. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just
It's
what my
hard to
gut's
predict.
telling.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well,
adios.
goodbye.